Hello and welcome to Hixxy Studio. In this video I'm going to show you how to make this card, this silhouette card. I am using for the image, I've got this circle with birds lights from Precious Marieke from the Flowers and Friends collection, and for the base card I am using this Yvonne Creations Stylish Flowers, the Octagon flower card. I'm only using the main outer die that creates the base card. Not using any of the others. I just wanted a nice fancy shaped card for this. Now be careful with these. As you can see, I can pull this out of shape quite easily, so you want to put it down on the card and just let it do its thing, not try to manipulate it, otherwise you'll end up with a slightly wonky card. So just going to tape that down. Now I can see when I put that down I pulled it and it moved, so just be careful when you are putting it. Okay, so let's it's a very pretty card shape, even without the inserts. There is a video on the channel somewhere where I have used that the whole of that set, that Stylish Flowers Octagon flower card set. This I just literally wanted a very pretty shape for my background card, which I have got there. Okay. Tape. One thing I didn't say is just be careful with these ones that you get them round the right way, because they are so thin that sometimes it's a little tricky to see which is the cutting edge. Okay, so that's my base done and it's already scored, so we're just going to fold it and burnish it like so. Okay, so really pretty card. So now I'm going to cut this and then I'll show you how I made the background. Let's get this bit cut. Really lovely simple die. There is no embossing to it. It's just a very simple silhouette. I'm going to put a piece of card, a little bit extra shim in there, and so the background. I have used alcohol inks and some Yupo paper. So once this is through and we pop this out, I will show you how I did that. I've got it all cut out nicely, do you think? Yes, I think that will come out. Tape off. And we'll run the brush over it and get rid of as much as we can. And then I think everything's out of there, so let's put that back in the pack. I'm just going to get my pokey tool. Now you can see at the top of all these leaves there's this little sort of V shape. They all need to come out. And that bit there. Oh, why are you not coming out? Where are you stuck? It might be slightly, there you go, just slightly stuck around that leaf. I reckon that one's not going to come out, so a little bit here that hasn't cut as well as the rest. So I'm not going to worry too much. Yeah, so this whole little area here looks like it needed a little bit more pressure as it went through the machine. come out there. I'm just going to see if I can persuade these bits to come out. If not, I'm just going to leave them in. It's coming out. Okay. I'm not sure this one is though. I'm not going to try that one because I think I will rip it. The rest are all going to just pop out. Like so. So this is nothing to do with the dye. It's to do with the fact that my plate has been on a shape, as you can see. So in some places the pressure, even though it looks like you've got enough pressure, isn't enough because you get these little kind of almost like dead spots, if you like. Okay, so that mat is ready to go. So what I need to do now is to make the background. So I've got a piece of Yupo paper. It is paper, it's quite lightweight. It's not shiny, I don't know quite what the word. It's matte, but it's very smooth. It needs to be that kind of texture for the alcohol inks. Now I did this in two sort of stages. So I started off with some really bright colours. So I've got watermelon, I've got Valencia, and I've got sunshine yellow. And I'm going to go over the whole sheet with that. And then if you have a look here, you can see these little slightly lighter areas where I went back over and pounced over. So I went for the same sort of basic three colours, if you like. So instead of red, I've got pink. So I've got shell pink, lemonade, and peach Bellini. Okay, so we're going to do this in two stages. Okay, now if you've not seen the tool before, it's just a bog standard tool, but rather than the foam that you use when you are inking, you need the little felt applicator. Okay, and we're going to put some of, this is the watermelon, and watermelon makes it sound quite sort of pale and watery, but it's not, it's quite a vibrant red. And I've got Valencia, which is my orange. So I'm just putting lots of dots on the felt, and then I've got sunshine yellow. Just going to okay, so now I'm going to put that over. It's already squirted a bit there. Now I've got it on a piece of copy of paper because I don't particularly want to be cleaning up my board. However, my board would clean up quite nicely with some alcohol blending solution. So you can see there's a reasonable amount of ink on here. There should be enough for me to go over. You don't particularly get the sort of the rectangle-y shape from the thing. So when you go over stuff that's already there, you get sort of smaller cells, if you like. Okay, so that's the base, and I'm going to then use a new felt so that I've got not got sort of contamination, if you like, with the darker colours. So this one is my shell pink. Ooh, put quite a bit of that on. Squirted that rather a lot there. And this is my lemonade. Like I said, this just gives some areas that are lighter than that really vibrant background. And then this one is my peach Bellini. So I'm just going over. You can see it's reactivating and it's giving me those kind of different sort of cells. Oh, the thing's coming off. This doesn't help, does it? That's where you get to see the slightly lighter colours. I'm trying to avoid the temptation to go over all of it. But you can see you get some really lovely, and I don't mind that I'm kind of seeing the edges of the, where I put the blending tool down. Okay, now if I had been thinking, I would have done this first because this now needs just a little time to air dry. So let's just pack ourselves away while we're doing that. It doesn't take long because obviously the alcohol evaporates reasonably quickly. But I would not want, ooh, that was close. Would not want to try to heat dry this. I do need to let it dry. And what I might do, just see if it works, just do that, see what that does. Ooh, oh, quite like that. So what I've done, because this is ordinary paper, it's porous, it just soaks up. Whereas Yupo paper, which is designed for use with alcohol inks, is not porous. That's the idea of it. So the alcohol inks sit on the top, and then the alcohol evaporates, leaving just the colour. But because I didn't do it in the right order, I just literally blotted it. So you can see I've got this lovely colour. Right. So now I need the front. We're going back to the stylish flowers, the Octagon flower card. I want this matte and layer piece here, so I can cut out my piece to go on my card. Okay. I've gone for that bit where I've got some nice paler bits to show the sort of the difference. Okay, let's put this through the machine. It's nice, you can hear it cracking, that's showing that it's cutting. I think it's nice to have, when you've got a lovely shaped card like this, to have the die to cut the layer, the mat and the layer, so that it looks the right part, if you like, the right shape. Okay, so this, now I need to decide. I might put that bit up where the rainbow, where the ribbon's going to go, and then have this like so. Or shall I have it down there? Now I'm going to play around with it now to see where I might quite like that paler bit. No, I do think it needs to go up the top. That was where it was really wet, and I blotted it with the piece of paper. Put this die back in the pack. I don't lose it or damage it. Okay, so put some glue on the back of my Yupo paper. Yeah, that's like so. Then I'm going to need to put some glue on the back of this, and I'm just going to go for it with my bigger glue. Dot it round there. The trunks. I'm not worrying too much about the leaves. I'm going with the spirally bits. Okay. So this is going to go. I'm putting it just slightly down here because I've got the bow to go up. But there, like so. Then I've got a little black bow which is going to sit on there, and then I've got some hearts. Now I've used the Julie Hickey Sweet Pea alphabet. The lowercase has some little hearts on it, but if you've got little heart embellishments or some other little heart dies, I just wanted to add a little embellishment here. So I've cut the larger hearts down here, the larger hearts with the black and the smaller hearts with the Yupo paper, our lovely alcohol ink background. And then I've done a reverse of that for the bow, where I've done the larger one in the Yupo paper and the smaller one in the black. And there we have our card. So we used, for the base card and for the lovely mat, we used this Aall Creations Stylish Flowers Octagon flower card. And then for the image, we used Precious Marieke Flowers and Friends Circle with Birds. And the background was made using our alcohol inks. So we used Valencia, Watermelon, Sunshine Yellow, then Peach Bellini, Lemonade, and Shell Pink with our Yupo paper. There are more dies in this collection, and therefore there are a few more videos on our channel showing me using them in other ways. So have a look at those, and thank you for joining me.